Okay, 3.4, we're finally to solving. So this whole section has been teaching us to factor, but the main thing we do with factoring is solve. So just a reminder, standard form and factored form. This is the general look of factored form, but it's a number, which can be 1, and then it's usually x plus or minus the roots. So when we have something factored and it's an equation, we add an equals 0. So you can set one factor equal to 0 or the other factor equal to 0 or both factors equal to 0. So when we solve by factoring, we're going to set each factor equal to 0 and then solve each factor. So remember, when we multiply out standard or factored form, when we do the distributive property, we get standard form, which is usually what we see, and that x squared means it's a quadratic equation whenever there's a value squared. And that 2 means that there's 2 answers. So you'll notice on all of your questions it says separate each answer by a comma because there's always going to be 2 answers. So let's just take an example. If I have something in factored form, the new addition for 3.4 is we're adding equals 0. So to solve, we're going to set each factor equal to 0. We're going to use that equals 0 for each factor. The factors are what is in the parentheses. This is the zero product property. So then you have 2 equations to solve. So over here, you would minus 2, divide by 3. Over here, you would just add 4. So when you put those in, you'll separate them with a comma. So negative 2/3, comma, 4. Those would be your 2 answers. And that's how you solve when something's factored.